Hey there! Before we jump in, I want to know where you are watching from. Drop your country and city in the comments. I read every single one. And if this message hits home, go ahead and hit subscribe. You don't want to miss what we are covering today. Alright, let's get into it. Have you ever felt like God took too much away? Like you started with plenty and now you are running on empty. Maybe you had the savings, then the medical bill hit. Maybe you had the friendships, then the misunderstanding happened. Maybe you had the dream job, then the layoff came. From full to empty, from plenty to barely enough. That's exactly where Gideon found himself in Judges chapter 7. 32,000 men ready to fight. That's a small army, more than enough to win against most enemies. But God said, that's too many. So Gideon watches as 32,000 volunteers pack up and leave. Now he's down with 10,000. And God says again, still too many. Then God takes him down to the water. He runs a test. Most of the men drink like dogs, lapping water without a care. But 300 men drink with their eyes open, hands ready, staying alert. 300. From 32,000 to 300. By the time God was done trimming the army, Gideon was left with just 300 men. And outside the camp, an enemy that lay in the valley like locusts in number. Thousands upon thousands. Impossible odds. From 32,000 to 300. That's not a battle plan. That's a setup. And here's what I need you to understand. When God takes you from abundance to just enough, it's not always punishment. Sometimes it is positioning. Now, here's what I love about this chapter. God doesn't just send Gideon into battle blind and say, good luck. Look at Judges chapter 7, verse 9. That same night the Lord said to him, arise, go down against the camp, for I have given it into your hand. But watch this. God doesn't say, trust me, just charge. No. He says, but if you are afraid to go down to the camp with Purah your servant, and you will hear what they say. And afterward, your hands will be strengthened. Did you catch that? God knows Gideon is still scared. He doesn't rebuke him. He doesn't say, where's your faith? He gives Gideon a permission slip to go pick at the enemy. He says, if you are afraid, fine. Take a friend. Go listen. That's the God we serve. He doesn't shame our fear. He accommodates it so he can heal it. So Gideon goes down in the middle of the night, crawling toward an enemy camp that could swallow him whole. And here's the turning point. He overhears one enemy soldier telling another about a dream. He says, I had a dream. A loaf of barley bread came tumbling into the camp of Midian. It struck a tent so hard that the tent collapsed and flipped upside down. Now, you have to understand, barley bread was poor people's food. It was cheap, brown, low-class bread. That's Gideon. He is the barley loaf. Nothing special, nothing impressive. But then the other soldiers say, listen to these words. This is nothing less than the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash. a man of Israel, God has given the Midianites and the whole camp into his hand. Did you catch that? The enemy already knew Gideon's name, and the enemy already knew God had won. The battle hadn't started yet, but the outcome was already being announced inside the enemy's own tent. Gideon didn't go to that camp to fight. He went to listen. And what he heard changed everything. He realized that fear had been lying to him. The enemy wasn't confident. The enemy was terrified. Sometimes God doesn't remove your fear immediately. He takes you to the enemy's camp so you can hear your victory before you swing your sword. You think that problem is huge? You think that diagnosis is final? You think that financial crisis has the last word? God wants to take you close enough to hear what the darkness is actually saying. And when you listen, you realize the devil is already defeated. He's just bluffing. The 300 men were never the weapon. The weapon was what God had already done. The 300 were just the proof. Here's what I want you to take away today. If God has reduced your resources, if you feel outnumbered and outmatched, if you are looking at your bank accounts, your health, your relationships, or your future and thinking, there's no way I can win with what I have left. It might not be a punishment. It might be an invitation to stop counting your men and start listening to what God is saying in the enemy's own mouth. Because once you hear what heaven has already decided, you'll stop being afraid of what hell can throw at you. The enemy can't touch what God has already claimed. The enemy can't reverse what happened, what heaven has already decreed. Gideon went back to his 300 men. He woke them up. He handed them trumpets, empty jars, and torches, and he said, "Arise, for the Lord has given the camp of Midian into your hand." He hadn't fought a single battle yet. He hadn't thrown a single spear, but he had heard the testimony, and that was enough. That's the kind of faith God is looking for, not the faith that sees the wind, the faith that hears the wind before it sees it. So here's my question for you today. What has God told you that you haven't acted on yet? Go back to your 300, your small, unlikely, leftover resources, and arise. Because if God said it's done, it doesn't matter how many are against you. Before you go, do me a favor. Tell me in the comments where you are watching from. I want to see how far this message is reaching. And if you are not subscribed yet, hit that button. I make videos like this every week to help you see your situation through the lens of faith, not fear. And if this message encouraged you, share it with someone who feels outnumbered today.